Well, hello. Hello, everybody. It is your Quilty BFF here with some tea for you. Oh my goodness, all the tea. This is going to be a short live or a short-ish live. You guys know I always say that and then I go over, but it has taken me forever to get it together. So let's see if anybody pops in and joins us. I am toggling between looking at the computer, which you can totally see right here, and looking over here because of technology being weird. So, as usual, that's not new. Let's see if I can find me. Let's see. There we go. People are here. Hello. You're listening while you work. Sounds good to me. Hey, Catherine. The drama of it all. I am going to start trying to prep this quilt. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but this is the Gaggle of Geese quilt. This is the one that my father requested for his friends. And so this is the one that we are going with right now. This is what it looks like. It's by Missouri Star, and they have, of course, a full tutorial. I don't know if I'm going to judge this or what. I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking about making it a little bit bigger, but I don't know. I just don't know what I'm going to do, but I know that it needs 5-inch squares. And you guys remember I actually got this from Missouri. So I'm going to pull out a few different colors to play with that I really like. I need 12 fat quarters to make this do its thing properly. And then I'm going to tell you guys all the tea, because there is some tea to spill. The tiny one looks frozen. The tiny one is frozen. Let's go back. Let's see. Am I unfrozen now? I'm unfrozen now. Huh, interesting. Let's see here. There we go. Hey, Annette. Okay. I think we're cool now. Are we cool? I'm still unfrozen. Am I frozen again? I am not frozen. I am good. Okay. Thank you, Catherine. Okay, let's see here. I am pulling fabrics and then I am going to start prepping them and then I'll tell you guys what is going on and what has been up and why my address is tickering at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 6. This is just my starting point. I am going to look at the background up against these colors and make it work. This is ridiculous. How little I'm using versus this super expensive, it's beautiful, super expensive fat quarter bundle. That's pretty. We got one hiding. Oh, Tammy, I'm getting ready to tell you all the tea. Am I frozen again? No, I'm not frozen. Am I frozen, Becky? You guys tell me if I freeze. Let's see. You guys like that? That's pretty, right? That's pretty. That's super pretty there. It's cool here. I'll do some blending here, but I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. Okay, let's see. I think that looks good. This part right here is going to be super scrumptious up against this blue, like dark blue kind of purpley color. And I think I like that better than the dark color up against it. Nope. Yep. Yep, that feels good. Now the question is what to do with these. I don't know. If I extend this and make it larger than I was anticipating, I'll throw them in. If not, this is a brand new fat quarter stack that I just opened up right now. I wonder if you guys will want me to put this in the giveaway. It's a really nice stack. It's beautiful, actually, but it has been opened, and I don't know how I feel about giving away an opened stack as opposed to one that has not been opened. I don't know how I feel about that because the giveaway is still happening, guys. It is still happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's funny is it will either go in the giveaway or it will go in the scrap because you guys know once I open something, life is too short to use the same fabric twice. I very seldom do it. I do it occasionally unless it's a black and white stripe. That's a whole different conversation. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to put these to the side. I'm going to actually put them on top of the giveaway bag. If you guys haven't seen, this giveaway bag is epic. I'm going to sit it right on top of this, which is a full fat quarter stack by Tim Holtz, which is absolutely gorgeous. That's one of the things in there, along with a daylight light and some tools and all kinds of stuff. So I am excited for my 15,000 subscriber giveaway. Very, very excited. All right, now what am I going to do? I'm going to iron these. And I'm going to talk to you guys while I do it. I don't want to move you. I don't feel like moving you. Are you guys going to be, is it weird if I stand right here and I iron while, can you guys see this? You guys can see that. Okay. We're going to iron while we chat because, again, I have a ton of stuff to tell you. A ton of stuff. Somebody tell me you guys are still with me so I can start going into the tea. Okay, so you can see me and you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Lindiana. So you guys know, oh, I don't know why, but I was not expecting to see a huge selvage on this. I don't know why. I understand how fat quarters are made, but That's there. And this is by Robert Kaufman, apparently, in case you guys wanted to know. It's a beautiful stack. Again, I got it in Missouri. Okay, so you guys know I had on Tuesday before Thanksgiving, you guys know I had a surgery. We talked about it, came through it. I came through it fine. So there's that. Thanksgiving, my family came out from out of town. We had a lovely Thanksgiving. I was still healing up and everything was, you know, going cool. The next day, day after Thanksgiving, we were getting ready to kind of all disperse. Now, I turned the living room into the shipping and embroidery department, and so I really decided to go for it. So all the furniture, I got rid of I didn't get rid of it. I put all the furniture in storage, and I decided to go to IKEA. Now, should I have been going to go lift furniture at IKEA? Of course not. But I did. My husband was busy, and I was like, I want it done right now. So, of course, I go do it. I go and get it. And you guys know that all of this stuff, all of this is in my parents' house, which is cool because I get to see them all the time. But it's really Hearst. It's just all the things. So, went to IKEA, got a ton of stuff. It was so many pieces, guys. And I am an IKEA girl. I love IKEA. You can't tell me anything about IKEA for like an Alex drawers and craft room storage and hacking something IKEA. Like, I'm here for it. Do it all the time. Love the stuff. It was so much stuff. I was so worn out. I should have just had it delivered because it was ridiculous. But I'm out there and my father, he sees me and my mother unloading the furniture. So he comes around. He's on his motorcycle. He was going down the street. And he saw me, so he comes up and he comes to help. Daddy's 80 years old. He rides his motorcycle every day. You guys know Daddy. I talk about him all the time. So he sees me, he stops, and he says he's getting ready to take his sibling, his brother, one of his older brothers, to go see or to go show his older brother how to get to their other brother's house, right? So they're all going essentially to my uncle's house or to show them. This is all around 1 o'clock. After I finished loading or unloading all that furniture, I was so exhausted. My mother was like, look, you just had surgery. Go sit down somewhere, you know, right? Because, you know, that's what moms do. They tell you go sit down. So I went and I sat down and I woke up at about 4 o'clock and I came back to their house so that I went home. And so I came back at around 4 o'clock to start putting together the furniture. And my mother had gone to sleep too because she was exhausted from, again, moving all the furniture. And when she wakes up, she says, she's like, where is your dad? And please know that my daddy is 80 years old, so he's not super duper tech savvy. So him not answering his phone is not uncommon. And Dad not answering and just kind of being gone, time gets away from him. He has no idea what time it is ever. He's always doing his thing. And he'll be like, I'm going to be out here for 30 minutes. And he's out there for 2 hours. And he's like, really? Time gets away from him. So it's not uncommon for him to kind of go doing his thing. It's just, you know, it's normal. But for whatever reason, Mom had a funny feeling. She just did. And so she was like, I don't know. So she calls her sister-in-law, my aunt, to say, hey, the last time, you know, we heard from my dad he was going with you guys to go to my uncle's house. And she says, well, he didn't come all the way. He just showed us how to get on the freeway. And then he went on. And that was at like 1 o'clock. I was like, oh, okay. So she just started, I don't know. She just had a feeling. So she starts calling my father repetitiously. So she starts calling him like every 30 minutes. And it starts to kind of, her energy just felt funny to me. And so I was like, all right, I'm going home. Like because she was calling him on speakerphone. I was like, I'm going home. So I told her, I was like, hey, I'm going to go home. She's like, okay. And then I had a funny feeling. I'm like, ugh. So I decided instead of going home, I was going to go where the last place that I knew my father was. So we go, they've been married. Yeah, they've been married for 48 years. They're almost to 50. But she had it. So I was like, she made me feel funny. And I was like, oh, so I started calling daddy. He wasn't answering. I'm like, where is my father? And of course, we don't have iPhones because we're not iPhone people. So we couldn't just look to see. And now I'll tell you. But I started from the minute like I hit the street. She calls me and she says, hey, I need you to come with me. And I'm like, oh no. And she says, a social worker just called me from the hospital. Your dad's been in an accident. Now, mind you, he was on his motorcycle. And I know we are motorcycle people. So we know the risks of motorcycles. We know we're not, we know they are dangerous. But we also know my dad's been riding for 60 years. So he can ride, he can ride. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's good. But a motorcycle versus a car, pretty much a car is going to win every time. So we get to the hospital and we are freaked out because, it is what it is. And they tell us he's been in an accident and it was very dramatic and all the things. And we get he's still with us. We are God-fearing, praying people. So we certainly were praying in that moment. And my husband just happened to have not gotten out of work that night. So he came too. So I told him, I was like, hey, dad's in the hospital. So he was with us too. So it was me, mom, and my husband. And dad was in an accident. When we saw him, he was intubated. He couldn't talk. He has you guys ready for all of the things? Because he has the things. And I'm sorry if this is freaking anybody out or traumatizing anybody, but this is my story and this is what's happening. And this is why the channel has been doing what it's doing. So don't freak out. This is actually, it doesn't end badly. Let me say that. It does not end badly. It doesn't end great, but it's not bad. So we see him. So I'm getting ready to start listing all the things. So if you guys need to turn away, I get it. Come back later though, because I swear we'll talk about quilty things. So we see him, he's intubated, he's swollen, he's been in an accident. He had his helmet on, which is excellent. He has a broken scapula. So scapula is broken. Ribs, 4 ribs are cracked. His wrist on his dominant hand, his thumb was broken. They took his kidney and they took his spleen. And I think that's it. I know, is that enough? It is enough. And so we were like, okay. And that is when but he was still there and he was doing okay. They had no idea daddy was 80 because daddy does not exactly look 80, especially being on a motorcycle. Nobody thought an 80-year-old would just be rolling around on his little motorcycle. But again, that's what he's been doing my entire life and then some. So am I missing anything? Kidney gone, spleen gone, shoulder cracked, ribs cracked, one wrist broken, the other one's super sore. But do you guys know that like 2 days later, okay, let me back up a little bit. I'm the worst storyteller, but whatever. I call his brothers and I let his brothers know what happened and everybody is freaking out because, it's what you do. You're like, whoa. And of course, we told him to stop riding because, that's what everybody tells anybody who rides a motorcycle who's not motorcycle people say. And I told them what happened. And the hospital had very little information. No information from law enforcement, nothing. No information. All they knew is that they said that it was a single person. It was nobody else involved in the accident. So essentially, they said that my father lost control of his bike. I told his brothers that. My daddy's got a few brothers that are still alive. Big family. None of his brothers would believe it. None of his brothers. They were like, no, he didn't. I was like, what do you mean he didn't? You tell somebody something, they're like, no. They said it with their chest. They were like, no. They were like, no. No. And I was like, what do you mean no? They were like, he didn't lose control of that bike. I was like, well, they said it was a single person. And I just took it for what they said. And I had moved on. The minute that my dad had his tubes out and everything, and he was coherent, he was like, no, somebody hit me. I was like, what? Like, nobody believed that you were just lose control. He's like, I didn't. He said, somebody hit me from the back. I said, okay. You didn't believe it either? Nobody else believed it. So I'm like, all right. 2 days later, the occupational therapist and the trauma, I must say, he was not transported to a hospital that I would have chosen, but I will say that the hospital the trauma staff was amazing, was so amazing. I know that some of you guys out there are nurses and doctors and everything. You guys, my hat's off to you. I am what I do. People always are like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing. I'm like, no, I'm not amazing. Nurses are amazing. Doctors are amazing. And I got a chance to just witness some of that. And it was just amazing to see what nurses and doctors can do. I'm just shocked and just in awe. So they were so good. He had a bedside nurse. They were taking care of him night and day until he got a little bit better. And then it was like, oh. And then they had him, you guys, 2 days, maybe 3 days afterwards, they had him standing up. And I thought, what? Like, no way. And so they called my mother was like, your dad's standing up. I'm like, how? And then, they had him walking. And I'm like, how is this man 80 and walking 2 days, 3 days after his accident? It's just mind-boggling. I have seen children recover very quickly, but I don't know that I've seen elderly people recover like this. I've never seen anything quite like this before. My daddy is now in a rehabilitation center, and he's fine. He's fine. He's as fine as he can be. He's recovering. He still's got cracked ribs, but he can stand and he can walk, and he's getting it together, and he's progressing swimmingly. I mean, it's amazing. He's up. He's able to talk every day. He just looks better. He looks actually quite normal. He was just sitting in his chair, and one day he was sitting very comfortably, and he just looked like it was nothing different than a Tuesday, He is sore. He is recovering. But other than that, guys, really, they were like, he'll come back from this, and he really will. I really believe it. I'm watching it happen. He's sitting up. He's talking. He can feed himself now. He can do the things, but he's in a rehabilitation center, and all of this has just thrown us off a little bit. I had plans of what I was going to do and all the things. And unfortunately, my surgery went okay, but they didn't get what they needed to get. So I've got to go. And you guys know that my surgery was like a super fast recovery. I just took a couple of days and I was back quilting, the next day. That's not getting ready to happen for this next one. They want to go in with the big guns and do the thing. So the channel will be a little weird for a little while. But you know what? We are going to get what we get, and we're not going to throw a fit, but we're still going to roll with me. So the things that I need from you, I wanted to do all the things. I wanted to do all the decorations. I wanted to do life, and that is changed a bit. Auntie Didi's still coming down. I'm still going to do what I can for her because this will be her first Christmas without her daughter, who I was extremely close with. It was like losing a sister this year, which was terrible. And, don't fret, guys. I know it's a lot of wonderful things happened this year, too, but some bad stuff happened. But anyway, back to what I need from you guys. I was at the hospital and having a moment. And one of my cousins sent a card. I don't know what it is. I am a card sender. I love to send cards and stuff, and happy mail is what I call it. So if you guys have the chance or an opportunity, send Daddy a card, a get well card or something along those lines, because it made us so happy. Oh my goodness. It's the little things, So as I try not to just have a full-fledged breakdown, it would be nice if you guys have the time and just send a little something. Nothing big, nothing extravagant, just a little card or whatever, which is why I have my address going across. And if you'd like to help out, watch a random video of mine, because you guys have nailed it this week. And the YouTube channel is doing amazing right now. We are bringing in the dough, which is what we want so that we can keep this going. And again, guys, it's the little things, just the little things that have just got us so full and so happy. I have an amazing support system. My family has been there. His mechanic showed up randomly and was upset that we didn't call him first, or, call him much sooner. My dad is so loved. It's just amazing to see how people have rallied around him. So that is the story about what's happened. And yeah, that happened. But mom's doing good too. Let's not forget about Betsy. She's doing great. Where's the tissue? While I'm in here boo-hooing on my channel. Give me 1 second. Getting a tissue. Be right back. Mom is doing great. She's hanging in there. I'm just trying to get her to do the things that she would have done. You know, she had like a tea to go to and, you know, her things to do. Thank God she's retired. Thank God my cousins are retired. My parents waited a very long time before they had me. So I'm everybody's baby. And so all my cousins are pretty much old enough to be my parents, sort of. So they're like retired. So they're able to come. And again, I am not tearful because of all of this. It's just the support has been so amazing. So amazing. What else? That's it. That's really it. Let's talk quilty things. So in my mind, I had 3 3-yard quilts that I was going to do. We were going to do this quilt. We were going to do a round quilt. Like I said before, we are going to get what we get. We're not going to throw a fit. We're just going to do what we can do. I will probably be going live because it's easier to go live to keep the channel going than it is to edit videos. I have one video that still needs to be edited. You guys already saw that. That was the toy soldiers. That's finished and needs to be edited. It's super cute. It came out really nicely. What else? We've got the toy soldiers. The Disney one. I don't know. I don't know what we'll be getting to. I still want to make sure that I do the pillowcases for the kids. I've pulled all those fabrics from Joann's. Lots of novelty fabrics. They look good. You can look forward to seeing that. That's going to happen for sure. The embroidery department looks so good downstairs, guys. It looks amazing. The 10 needle is up and running, and I can't wait to show you guys what we do with that. What else? Oh, the things. I don't know. Manager is amazing. She has regrouped. She has given us a plan of attack. All the contracts that I've signed. So I know you guys know that I keep saying that things are happening, and I haven't exactly spoken about them because, you know, some of it, I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Not that I've signed any NDAs that I remember. But the contracts, everything is on track for next year to do what it's supposed to do. But sometimes life just happens, and life got your girl. It came and got me, which is fine. I'm not worried. I feel very fortunate to be able to have the story that I have that does not have a super sad ending, you know? You know? So we will just kind of hang. We'll be doing a lot of hanging. I'm your quilty BFF, so we're all hanging out. We will be doing a lot of that when I can. I kid you not, guys, I have not seen Besties in the stores yet. And it kind of is irking me that I haven't. I need to run over to Candy's to see it, but Candy's is not exactly what I would consider close. Daddy's first hospital was super close. I could get in there, get out, and get back and handle whatever needed to be taken care of at the house. Because remember, I still got a family, still a wife, still got the house to run. But now he's far. He is not close. He's where he should be. He's in an excellent rehabilitation facility, but it is not close. And so that changes things. The days are just so short. I tell you, the older I get, the shorter these days are. Boy, this is pretty. Get this one. This is just, look at this. Look at the purples and the, if that's not gorgeous, I don't know what is. You guys, I have never heard of this before. Do you know we have to pay for parking? Oh, Daddy's name. Daddy's name is Gene. Some people call him Papa Gene. 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 If you guys send it to the address, send it to me, but make the card out to Daddy, which would be Gene, or to the family, whatever. But if you, the address, definitely send it to me. What was I saying? Something. Oh, this one is pretty too. This is a bigger print. I have to pay for parking at the hospital. I am just appalled. Now, the hospitals that we are usually accustomed to, that is not a thing. Do you guys have to pay for parking at your hospitals? Because I am just, and it's not like a $2 or $3 fee. It's like $15 a day because we try to make sure that somebody is there all day. And I will say that has made a big difference in my opinion. When he was in the ICU, they were on him nonstop. But after that, I feel like they just sat the food down and walked away. I'm like, dude's got a broken shoulder on one side and a broken hand on the other. How is he supposed to feed himself exactly? Now, we are there. Don't get me wrong. That's us. We got it. But when we're not here, how is he going to eat? So we're there all the time. He has round-the-clock support, which is amazing. So thankful to be able to do that for Daddy. So, one, I can't believe that I'm paying for parking. That's insane to me. What do you do if you have a baby that's sick? You know, isn't it just, my goodness, life is difficult enough as it is. And now you got to pay for parking at the, that's insane. But anyway, if you guys can, do not try to do anything big. We don't need it. We're okay. We're handling it. And I'm just complaining about parking, but we're all right, guys. I can handle it. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's not great, but it's not, it's not gonna, we're okay. But what do you do if you're not okay? What happens? Oh, and my poor husband, I feel so bad for him. He has a huge promotion coming up tomorrow. And when I tell you, I have just, I am failing as a wife right now. Trying not to, though. Trying not to fail. But 10, 15. He gets it. He's super cool. He's very self-sufficient. However, I gotta take care of my husband too. And he has a big ceremony tomorrow, and I want to do something special for him. So I tried something, and we will see if it's gonna work out. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna turn on the 10 needle is like up and going, but I need it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if I can actually make him something that he will be super excited about. This just wasn't smart what I just did. All right. Let me see. Paying for parking. Isn't that crazy? Paying for parking at the hospital is insane. Yeah. Thanks, Evelyn. Yep. Keep us in your prayers. Oh, you have to pay for parking and you work there? Oh, medical expense. Nice. Yep. Big cities. Chicago is common. I can't believe it. Yeah, but it's a busy life. And I'm happy for my busy life. I really am. And then the next day is my mother-in-law. She's got something happening. I want to know better than I do, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I don't. But again, lots happening. She's got something going on, some type of graduation or ceremony tomorrow. And there's also a holiday party that my family is doing, and I really want my mother to go to that. I want her to go. I'm trying to encourage her to go. I finally convinced her not to go to the hospital yesterday because Daddy was cool. We were there. He had other people there. Very hard to tell them what to do. Nobody listens to me because, again, I'm everybody's baby, but good and grown, and yet still nobody listens to me, guys. Nobody. I don't know why. But I want her to have some normalcy because we were doing a lot trying to chase down where the bike was and all that. The bike is totaled. Daddy said he's not riding anymore. And I know it sounds crazy. I feel bad because I don't think that's really, but I also told him, I said, look, I get it, but another fall at 80 after this one, I don't know if your body can take that. I was like, not that you would, you didn't even do this. Like, this was not you. And when I saw the bike, guys, there sure is a dent on the back right-hand side, right where he said it happened. I said, look at that. My goodness. But, when this is what you've been doing for 60 years, and I thought that was very interesting. I thought everybody was like telling my mother, well, you have to tell him that he can't do this anymore. And she was like, how? She said, this man, she's got such a good understanding. They have such an interesting relationship. She's like, he's been doing this for, you know, for 60 years. You want me to just show up and say, don't, not? She was like, we'll see. And then she went on about her business because mom is also very, very cool. I gotta show you these people. Like, I looked around like my mother was in here. I gotta show you Betsy one day. One day, I'm gonna put them on a live or something so you guys can know. But basically, Betsy and I twins, and then my father and I twins too, but a little different. But twins. But anyway, she's very interesting take. You know, marriages are so cool. I love to see different marriages and whatnot. And her take on that was pretty cool. She was just, we'll see. And went on. But he says he's done. He says he's out the game. Let's see. What are you guys doing? What's going on quilty-wise out there? I see that people are starting to introduce their blocks of the month. I see that people are doing we've got blocks of the month going on. We've got QuiltCon rejects. I'm going to do a QuiltCon rejects video. I forgot to tell my manager about that. I got to get that one in there. But I don't like how people are hashtagging their QuiltCon rejects. They're just hashtagging QuiltCon reject. And it would be so much better if they hashtag QuiltCon reject 2024 so that we can see the ones. You guys, I saw some beautiful quilts. I mean, just exceptional quilts. They were absolutely amazing. And I can't believe they were rejected. And this is where I struggle. With QuiltCon, it's a smaller show and they can only have in so many quilts. And I can understand that. That's reasonable. I understand. That's fine. My thing is, if you can only have so many quilts to hang, why would you take in like 6 of one person's quilts? It's just, I think you can have 1, maybe 2, but when I see people that have like 4 and 5 quilts that have gotten accepted in, 3 quilts that have gotten accepted in, it's 2 slots that could have been for somebody else. And and it's, I struggle with that. But I'll talk more about that, I guess, on my QuiltCon rejects video. Did I cut that? I did not. He didn't ride anymore afterwards. Lindiana, I fell off a motorcycle and I was done. I was like, I'm all right. I love them though. I will get on the back of one with the right person, depending, kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of over it. I came, I saw, I conquered, I fell. That's enough. That's enough for me. But I like them. You know, I'm all into extreme sports and all kinds of stuff and racing horses and all that. And racing a horse, I've fallen off a horse rolling. Hey, Kathleen. And I was like, it's not the same. And I did not have on a helmet. I'm all about the things. You know, I love to do the things. I was rolling. I've fallen off a horse a few times. You know, I'm here for the things. So, you know, everybody's got their thing. Nice. Quilts are on fire. She has a new channel and she's a quilt judge. Ooh. I got to check out Quilts Are on Fire. Don't let me forget that. What's up, Sean? What else am I seeing? So QuiltCon rejects is I just hate that they come out so close to the holiday season. I've got a friend who has a quilt that I am super attached to. I feel like I was the reason why that quilt came about in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 6. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you guys that quilt. Even though I do not enjoy interviewing people, and I shouldn't say I don't enjoy it. I just think there are a million channels that do that already and do it very, very well. That's not my thing. I talk to quilts. I don't talk to people. I probably am going to talk to her about it and her process. And yeah, we'll probably do that because I have not submitted a quilt yet. I haven't had one that I think I want to submit anywhere yet. I've got a couple of really cool Disney quilts that I think are great. I have one that I keep talking about, the one that you guys haven't seen. I just saw it a minute ago. It's not finished, but it's a good one. It's really cool. Oh, nice, Sean. I believe that because Sean, you do all the things. Sean, you guys, I forgot to tell you guys too. Sean has the software for sale. The software, the quilt, what is the quilt design software that I swear I'm getting. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to buy it or if I'm going to talk the company into letting me have it. I don't know. But if I have to buy it, I'm buying it from Sean. I'm telling you guys that right now. Go Savvy Designs. If I buy it, I'm buying it from her, period. End of discussion. No other questions about it. She's got it for a good price. She's got it for like the discounted price. And so if I'm doing it, I'm supporting her. I'm putting that out there right now. If they don't give it to me for free, you guys know I'll tell you if they give it to me. And I'm hoping that they do because I'm really digging that software. I just don't have time to look into all the things right this second. As you know, life has been funky, so we'll see. We'll see. So did you guys get your holiday projects done? In my mind, I'm still going to be able to do the pillowcases for the kids. I've got the fabric for that. And I want to be able to do a pot holder. I want to be able to. Now, I don't know if I will be able to, but I want to. Now that things are kind of getting to a routine, some sort of routine around here, I might be able to get the things done. Some of them. We'll see. They should. Well, we'll see. They might. I don't know. They might. But like, did you guys, so are you guys, what's going on with everybody else in this holiday season? I know some people do not love the holiday season. I do. I have been trying to keep my spirits up, and really they are. You know, again, my dad is fine. So he's just in a physical therapy. It's hard to watch because he is definitely in pain. But he's also one of those people who will do the work to get out of there faster. Now, once he gets here, he probably won't listen to any of us, but he'll listen to the doctors and stuff. There's a guy across from him who keeps falling because he keeps trying to get up by himself. And I keep, you know, it freaks me out to hear the alarm go off and somebody in there screaming help. But, sir, could you stop trying to get up? Could you stop it? Because every time you do it, you fall. And his daughter's in there. She keeps trying to help him, and she can't. And then he falls. And he's going to injure himself more if he does not stop doing that. But anyway, Daddy won't do that. Like, Daddy's not going to try to walk by himself and all that. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, ouch. This fabric is just the bee's knees. I absolutely love it. I think it is so beautiful. It is all the colors. I know. Where'd you find Black Santa quilts? I had that one, I had that fabric from, what was it, 2 years ago? Who had that fabric? I loved that fabric. I thought it was so pretty. I think it's by Alexander Henry with the multicolored Santas on there. Had a little Santa for little Santa. You ever watch Jordan Fabrics cut like this? She will line up everything, line it up here, and then she will go get it, which is a trip. And because these are just 5-inch squares, I think I'm going to try it because I'm ready to power cut and move these all along. But I remember the first time I saw her do it, I was like, did she just line up all the things? Yes, she did. And you guys know I enjoy cutting, so I could be doing this all day and not care. And some people do not enjoy this step, or they have to, you know, be moving fast and have things to do. So it's just another way to do it. Yeah, they are cutting machines. They are literally, her husband can cut some fabric. I got another girlfriend who always talks about him and the way that he cuts and his precision. And yeah, I want to get one of their pre-cut kits just for funsies. They have kits that are completely pre-cut. And all you have to do is sew it together. They have a log cabin kit that's like pre-cut, and I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. You need cutting training. Yeah, Michelle, isn't it beautiful, that log cabin kit? Maybe I'll do that sometime this year. I want to do a log cabin quilt, and I know which uncle is getting the log cabin quilt. One of my uncles. So yeah, almost got me last night. They almost got me because there's a couple of notions that I want to add to the giveaway bag before I do the giveaways. And it was last night was notions. And I was like, oh, this is right up my alley. And I was thinking about all the notions that I really enjoy that I want to share with everybody, with whomever gets this kit. There's just a couple more little notions I want to put in there. So I was going to do the good merch drop this year. I'm not doing all that. I'm not pushing myself to do anything more than what we are currently doing. If you have to have a shirt for Christmas or something like that and you wanted to gift it, let me know. I can make that happen. But other than that, I'm not worrying about anything until after the holidays. We will start the year off fresh. We are just going to be happy to finish this year off strong. The community will open next year. I'm not pushing it for this year. Nope. I'm not worried about it. When I tell you guys I am unbothered right now, I'm not worrying about anything. We are just going to take it one day at a time, and whatever happens will happen. And we will move on. Oh, it's short. Oh, you're 5'9". Oh, okay. I got you. Fat Quarter Shop, he has pre-cut kits too. I think pre-cut kits are really cool, but I like to cut my own fabric. But I tell you, when you just need something and you just want to be able to be rolling, it's a great way to do it. Pre-cut kit is the way to go. Some people don't have space, to do all this cutting, or they just don't like it. I might be a bit of a weirdo. Yeah, definitely one day at a time, because I'm not stressing about a thing. Nope. Not at all. And I tell you, when I just let go, a lot of the time things just have a tendency just to kind of work out anyway. So we are going to let it do just that and see where the chips fall. Oh, Michelle, you love to cut fabric? Me too. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I wasn't smart or whatever. Love it. Could do it all day long. I can't wait to see what this quilt looks like once we put it in some kind of color order. See what we get. What shows are you guys doing next year? Looking forward to? I've kind of got an idea of what I want to do, but ain't no sense in me telling you guys about it because I have my second surgery scheduled for December in a couple of weeks, but I don't know. They are rethinking how they want to approach this. So I don't know what my life looks like. So again, I don't know what I'm doing. We will just see. But I do want to know, I do have a couple of shows that I'm trying to get to. I got an email about a quilt show in Oregon that I'd like to try to get to. Don't know if that's going to happen. And my emails, I need to catch up on that and see if anybody else has anything that they really want me to go to. There's one in Oregon that's happening the week before QuiltCon, I think. We've got Road to California in January. We have there's something called it's another outdoor quilt something. I think it's called the Festival of Quilts, I think. And it is in Utah. Going to that, trying to. I'll probably do Houston again. Houston might be my thing. That might just be something that I do all the time. But I might be at Houston in a very different capacity this year, so we'll see. We'll see what that has. I'm digging this fabric. Oh, Venetia, sometimes I mess up stuff too. So when I'm cutting, something serious, I definitely wouldn't do it like this, live or anything like that. I would try to just do it in silence, like you said. Do it in silence. I'm sure somebody out there is screaming, go get a stripology ruler and knock it off. People love their stripology rulers. And I'm sure if I had one, we would be done by now. But right now, I needed to tell you guys all the things I needed to check in. And so we are just chilling out now. I'm supposed to be getting back into the swing of it this week and really getting after some stuff. So we'll see if I am still going so chill and whatnot. But right now, we're just hanging out. See what we get. We're going to do a short live today. Matter of fact, how long have we been on? Let's stay on for a little bit longer. Stripology. People love it. Missouri Star. The quilt pattern Ring of Fire. Did somebody sent me a quilt along that somebody is doing that had some rings too? Who was that? Somebody had just sent. Who was it? It was. It was not. There it is. Oh no, it was Dynamite, the Dynamite Rings quilt. So no, I haven't seen the Missouri Star one. There is some quilt, Dynamite Rings by Crinkly somebody. I've got a group of ladies that I'm supposed to, it's like a B. I'm in a B, and we're supposed to be doing a duffel bag or something or another that I have not even thought about. But what takes most people weeks to do takes me days to do when I really focus and knock it out. And so if I jump on that, I kind of, now that I have an idea of what fabrics I want to use and stuff, I could probably knock that duffel bag out in no time. I just made that by any duffel bag. So duffel bagging is still in my, just made that a verb. It's still pretty fresh on my mind. So, and the way it comes together is simple. So I just need to look at their timeline and fit that into. I do want to go live. I really want to go live in M&L. So when you are on YouTube and you're doing videos and whatnot, if you're ever out and about and the music comes on in the background and you can hear the music, there's a very good chance that you will get a copyright violation and your video could possibly be demonetized or whatever. So M&L Fabrics has that radio station, which you got. It's a good radio station. It's great. But you can hear it in the videos, and those videos are not making me the money that I want them to make me. So I bought some new microphones that are supposed to be able to pick me up in less of the outside noise, and I want to test that. What's a florid quilt? Yeah, I was gonna say, what's florid? Everybody in their stripology rulers, you guys cracked me up. Hey, from Arizona. I am doing Gaggle of Geese by Missouri Star. Hey, Debbie. What's up? What's the haps? Oh, I can't wait to go see it. The florid quilt. I bet it's awesome. Oh, I'm glad I got a chance to check in with you guys. I wish I was able to start sooner, but of course, technology is weird. Actually, this more operator error here. Because believe it or not, I was live and I was just talking, but guess what? I was not live. I was not talking to anybody, and that happened for a while. I was just hanging out, and I was like, dang, nobody's here? Nobody? I have all these subscribers and nobody is here? Come on. Yeah, no, that was just operator error. You were not actually live. I love something with big squares. Sometimes when you have a good fabric to show off. And big squares means your quilt is coming together way faster. Sometimes I really want to get into the piecing of something. I just want to chill and get into the nitty gritty and really be piecing forever. Sometimes. And then sometimes I just want it to be done. 3-yard quilts, get it. They can get you there every time. There are some that are more involved than others, especially with their newer patterns and stuff. I've seen some that are way more involved. But yeah. Anybody doing any block of the months? Because I'm starting to see them kind of pop up. I don't love block of the months. I don't know why. Sew-alongs and all that. I just want to make stuff and finish it. And that's kind of, I feel like that's one of those things that's kind of a, you know, that's how people end up having so many different projects, is because they're part of all these blocks of the months and that kind of thing. I always see a block of the month I want to do. My friends are always in one, and a lot of my friends actually finish theirs. They do finish them. There was that glitter one that looked like a big ornament that I wanted to do. It was only using 3 colors, and I thought it was so cool. Wanted to do that. You know what? I just had a really good idea for that quilt. Oh, 3-yard quilts are addicting. You will be addicted. They're so addicting. Once you start, you cannot stop. Tell me which one you choose, which pattern you choose. Are you pulling from a book, or are you just grabbing one of their individual patterns? Ring of Fire. You bought all the books. I bet you did buy all the books. I can see you doing that. And haven't done 1 3-yard quilt yet. That's all right, because once you get into it, you've got every pattern that you will need. You got it. You have got it. Hey, Amanda. What's up? Okay. You keep changing the fabric. I get it. I get it. There's always some amazing fabric somewhere tempting everybody. I completely understand. Do I care that that is? I don't care. Hey, Cheryl. What's up? We are making 5-inch squares. So much fun. If you guys are just joining in now, the beginning of this video was me spilling all the tea of what's been going on in my family and in my personal life. And so the reason why my address is going across the bottom of the screen is because if anybody has time, they're going to send Daddy a get well card or something, you know, send him a block. Nothing big, you know, it's been a little something. Leave it to me to want to, I was looking at his hospital gown that they give him, every bone in my body wants to take that sucker, rip it apart, get the pattern, and make him custom ones. However, I don't have time for that, but this is the kind of things that I want to do. I saw it. I'm like, there's got to be a pattern for this. There just has to be. I'm sure there's patterns for scrubs and everything else. So I'm betting that there is, but I am not going to take that project on because, and that's, I haven't brought quilts and stuff because right now he's still getting acclimated to knocking stuff over and that kind of stuff. So we're changing gowns pretty frequently right now. And so I don't want to be having to launder like crazy just yet. But once he gets a little bit more coordinated and regulated and all the things, maybe I will. And I don't love the little footsie socks. I mean, they've got the traction things on them. You guys know. You guys, I'm sure everybody here has at least been to the hospital one time, and they know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I wonder if I can make these things. What can I make? But I just don't have the time to do it. So, if you guys have any time, or if you want to, drop us a card. Cards bring... We were so happy to get that card. It's amazing. Just the simple acts of kindness. And I love sending out mail. I used to be just the queen of sending my subscribers happy mail. I had a list of addresses that my subscribers would send me. This is when I was doing paper crafting on the channel. And I would just pull, and I would be making cards anyway, so that I'd just send the card. And they would get a chance to see me write it and everything. Love that. Penning a letter is just such a lost art. I think it's so beautiful. And once the channel stabilizes a bit, I'm going to get back to it. You guys are going to start getting quilted cards for me. Because quilted cards is totally a thing. Have you guys seen all the embroidered cards I can do? Very excited about that. I still love paper crafting. I just love quilting way more. Who would have ever thought I would say that? I mean, I love it. I just love it way more. Thank you, Sean. Yep, his name is Gene. You can send it to Gene or Papa Gene. And just let him know, give him some well wishes. He is the biggest supporter of this channel. You guys, he barely had the tube out of his mouth. And he was trying to tell the nurse that I have a YouTube channel. I'm like, come on. Come on, Daddy. Like, what are we doing right now? He is the king of all marketing. He is about his baby girl. If you guys didn't know, I'm an only kid. And so we are all kind of freakishly linked. Apparently my mother is super freakishly linked to her husband. I tell you, she just knew something was wrong. So weird. She had a feeling. But anyway, if you guys want to know that whole story, it's in the beginning. Or you could just skip to, you know, where I'm doing the things. Okay, cutting this all at one time was fun, but sorting it feels like... Yeah, he is. He's all in. They both are. Because when I tell you I took all her good furniture out of her living room, I was like, I need this room. And I only plan to do this. The plan is for the channel to pop off within the next 2 years. And we're going to stay here for 2 more years. We're going to run the channel out of the house for 2 more years. And then we're coming out of here, guys. I was looking at some studio spaces because the channel really is doing well. I would have never thought that this was going to be my life. This was never, but I can see it now, guys. And that's thanks to you guys for so much of your support and really wanting to help me. You guys are really my quilty BFFs. I mean that. When I say it, I mean it. I can see it. You guys knew something was going on with me too. I was getting emails like, hey, we haven't seen you. Everything okay? And I was like, have you not seen? I didn't even know the channel was dark until you guys were. I was like, oh, it's been a minute. And I appreciate that for checking on me, for knowing, for feeling, for, you know, taking a moment to say, hey, what's up? I appreciate you guys so much. for making this channel a success. I appreciate you guys. I tell you, this channel made a big jump over the past couple of months, and I just couldn't have done any of the stuff without you guys. So I hope to continue to give you guys inspiration and community that you want to be a part of. So just bear with me. I promise things are going to get really good for us. Really, really good for us. Once I know what's going on with this next surgery, after that, we're cooking with gas. We're cooking. We will be cooking. And boy, I am excited for the things. It's a great time to be a quilter. With technology and some of the upcoming fabric lines that are coming out that I've seen, they are really being interesting. I can't wait to play with Carolina Moore's new ruler. I'm looking forward to playing with Caterpillar's new cutter. Their mat. Definitely gonna get my hands on that. Definitely can't wait to get my hands on that new technology so that I can start showing you guys some designs in my design process. I have a quilt pattern that's coming out next year. You guys are gonna like it. Y'all are gonna like it. Stuff is happening. And again, I couldn't have done it without you guys. I'm so thankful to have my quilty BFFs. I feel like I've just got a bunch of people pushing and wanting me to win. So I am a fighter, you guys. So I'm going to fight through this little uphill battle that we've got going on right now. And after that, we are going to do the things. All right. I think we are just about finished cutting. Prepping these 5-inch squares. Again, this is for the Gaggle of Geese pattern by Missouri Star. And this is going to Daddy's friends up north. I am in love with these fabrics, guys. They're about to get a really good quilt, I think. Really interesting one. Very, very interesting quilt. If I do it right. Yeah, this is a lot of squares. But you know, anything Missouri Star is going to be about that pre-cut life. Missouri Star, I was raised on YouTube as far as my quilting life is concerned. So Missouri Star, Jordan Fabrics, Shabby Fabrics, and there's one more. Oh, So Very Easy. Those ladies raised me. I told Laura that. Laura from So Very Easy, also my quilty BFF. Totally my quilty BFF. I was like, you know, you raised me, right? She's like, I know. She's like, I raised a lot of my little. She said, when I see you guys, she's very super supportive. She's so nice. And a lot funkier in person than you would ever imagine. Who she is when she comes to my screen, she seems very reserved and whatnot. And in person, she ain't that. She is the coolest, the absolute coolest lady ever. Super vibrant, vivacious, kind, supportive. She was amazing. She will take her time with you and really give you an experience, you know? Don't you love when you meet your quilty faves or your YouTube faves or celebrities or whatever who will really give you a moment listen to what you're saying. She just was all the things, all the good stuff. And nothing like I imagined. So much better. That lady right there could sew. And she's darn good at her job. Boy, she's good at her channel has been amazing for a long time. Same thing with Jenny Doan and Shabby Fabrics and Jordan Fabrics. Those are my favorite channels, if I'm being honest. And I don't get a chance to watch any of them really very much anymore, but those are my jams. She is a kick, like truly a kick. All right, y'all, I'm calling it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you in advance. And beware, let me tell you right now, if you send me a card, I will probably save your address because I save everybody's address and I might send you something back. And it might be a quilt. I'm just saying. I am that person. I send all kinds of stuff. I don't want anybody sending me stuff, but I just send all kinds of things. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. This fat quarter bundle, Tammy, was by Robert Kaufman, and it's called, I don't know. What was this thing called? Leaflet. Design. Oh, that's the thing right there. Robert Kaufman. And when I tell you it's gorgeous, it has some beautiful prints. Look at all this stuff that's going in the scrap bin. These are big scraps. Somebody is going to be very happy to get this. I wonder if I should start raffling off my scraps. The lady who I give my scraps to would probably die if I started giving them to other people, so maybe I won't do that. Maybe I won't do that. But you guys know I'm not a scrappy gal, even though this quilt is coming up kind of scrappy. It was amazing seeing everybody. I am wrapping it up. I will catch everybody very, very soon. If you think about it, if you can, drop us a card or a quilt square or I don't know, whatever you think will make us happy. raffle off my scraps. You guys really, man, everybody is. I'm gonna go buy scraps so that I can do a scrap project at some point. Isn't that hilarious? Dead serious. Since everybody loves scraps. What happens when Matt goes scrappy? Obviously, I don't want to get off of here with my quilty BFFs. Okay, you guys tell me something. Should this go? Oh, yeah, I definitely. Oh, what is our sign-off word going to be? Before I tell you our word, is this a scrap that you guys would want to keep or should I toss this? Is this trash or is this something that somebody would use? You guys see that? Should I put that in the trash or should this go in the scrap bin? Would you guys use this? Tell me. You got 35 years of scraps. What do I need? See, I need you not to have 35 years of scraps. Oh my gosh. You would use it? Okay. One person's trash is okay. All right. I'm putting it in the I'm gonna put it in the scrap bin. Debbie said we can all send you a 2-inch square. Debbie, don't send me a 2-inch square. But yes, you guys don't send me a 2-inch square. Do not send me any fabric. I need to use some of this fabric up. I got rid of so much fabric, guys. So much fabric. Next year, I want to slow down with buying fabric, but we'll see. Scrappy Mac, yeah, right. You're going to use it. Let me see. What's our word going to be? Tiny is not your jam. I get it. Not mine either. Tianka was talking about somebody who'd be making quilts, like a full-fledged quilt that's like this big, like totally pieced. Selvage quilt. Yeah, I guess I will put it in there because people do love selvage quilts. Oh, you know what we're going to put what do we want to say? Something about nurses or doctors in here. Let's say, which should our word be? Because the nurses have just been absolutely amazing. The nurses were just, you guys have no, they get it. They know what to do. They were just, okay, I'm going to start crying again, guys. I'm going to start crying when I think about the support. Somebody give me something for nurses. Healthcare providers. All right. That's a long word, but that's what we're doing. Healthcare providers. That is our word. They're special. They're amazing. I wish I could have made all of them a quilt so that they knew how much I love them and I appreciated them. We did give them candy though. we definitely sent them boxes of Seeds candy. Again, word healthcare providers. If you made it all the way, oh, are you a firefighter? Go you. That's what I'm talking about. If you made it all the way through, thank you guys so much. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, subscribe. If you can, send Daddy a card. The address is linked in the bio and it's tickering across this video. Thank you for all your support. Thank you guys for all your kindness. And I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.